Right here from the live from the Chicago Board of Trade. What's going on, everybody? Mighty Smart Guy Matt Zapali here, broadcasting to you from right outside the Chicago Board of Trade. Having a conversation with some friends of mine that included it. I want to provide some value to you guys. Listen, I just wrapped up a business plan competition. One of my side jobs is I serve as a national business plan judge for Miller Coors Tap the Future program, where it's a collaboration all across the country. We had 13,000 applicants, boiled it down to about a good 500-600, and the finalists, 6 of them showed up here in Chicago today to give us a live pitch about their business and why we should invest $250,000 into the business. And we're just taking a quick break right now. We're going to reveal the winner tonight of who won the money to fund and finance their business. But one of the things that we wanted to share with you all is some of the conversations I'm having here with some of our fellow judges. And if you have a job right now, right, and you see the stock market going today, or we're just kind of hearing it coming right out of here, the Board of Trade, and the stock market's going up, going down. And so many people today are just wondering what the heck is going on with the economy. Warren Buffett just went on the news today talking about his opinion about Wells Fargo, and he's potentially predicting a stock market crash in 2016. So that translates to job security or job loss. So we're having a conversation right now about, if you have a job, some of the things that you need to prepare for, and why entrepreneurship, and more importantly, your financial independence, is at stake if you don't make the necessary preparations to get ahead of any financial ups and downs that's going on. So we're here at the Chicago Wall Street, and let me introduce you to some of my friends here. The first guy I want to introduce to you, he's actually the Latino business manager for Latino celebrities. His name is Luis Barajas, the first certified financial planner in the certified financial planning space. He's here from LA. And we also have a gentleman here that is top corporate managers for banks, for banking. And so if you want to leverage the money, learn and master the money game, these are some phenomenal people that I'd love for you to hear from. Some of the conversation we're having about getting ahead financially. If you're trying to dribble in $200, $300, $400 a month into your 401k plan, into your retirement savings, the dangers you will face in that route of action if you're trying to get financially independent. If you're trying to start a business and you have a job right now, what do you need to do financially? What are some of the things you need to focus on to prepare yourself for a potential journey towards entrepreneurship, and why you should do it to maintain your financial security and independence? Because if you eliminate your job and you're in that cycle over and over and over again, you just find yourself in a rat race back to square one a year later, 5 years, 10 later. So if you really want to build wealth, you want to build money working for you, this conversation, I'm glad you're tuning in to this conversation. So the first person I'd like to introduce to you real quick, they're in the middle of cigars right now. They're so kind to just kind of share this conversation with you. So, my guys, so this is Luis Barajas, and this is Marco Quintana. What's up, man? So what are we doing, man? You guys are smoking some stogies, man, enjoying a stogie in the middle.
We're talking business. We're talking capitalism. That's what we're talking about.
Talking capitalism and entrepreneurship. So the question was posed here: if I have a job right now,
yeah,
what are some of the dangers of thinking my financial security is connected to a job? Because you went from nowhere to somewhere to now helping people with their finances, some of the Latino celebrities in finance. Right. So I had to get from a landscaper or a singer to becoming an entrepreneur. Well, why is that important?
Right. The only way you'll ever build enough wealth is to build enough capital, and that's to save. And if you work for somebody for 40 years and have a 401k, it's the 40-year way to get rich, where you've got to shorten that time period to get there within 10 years so you can really enjoy life. Why are you going to retire at age 65, 70 when you no longer need the money? You need the money now to enjoy life. So it's all about enjoying life and the capital. So saving as much as you can, and investing in it, and learning about how you're going to invest your money. It's just not investing blindly and throwing money at something that you don't even know about. So you got to learn about how capitalism works, how business works.
So from a banker standpoint, everybody's talking about right now this last week about Wells Fargo and all this stuff going on. But from a person that's got an account, how do they grow themselves from having just a checking and savings account to really growing a business and investing in something themselves?
Yeah, it's just discipline, right? I mean, if you have some a savings account is not going after the higher return right off the bat. What you want to do is making sure that you're disciplined in the way that you invest your money. If it's a savings account, keep it in a savings account, pay off debt. Rates are so low right now that if you have a credit card that you're paid 13% on and you're making 1% on your savings account, I can make you 12% right now. Just pay off your credit card and you're set. And now you're flexible. And that's just a simple way to just continue to make
what people need to understand is that the rule of 72, right?
Yep.
So if you got money in a bank account, it's paying 1/10 of 1%, it will take you 720 years to turn $1 into $2.
How many years?
720 years right now in your savings account to turn $1 into $2. That's not going to create wealth, and not in the U.S. or anywhere, to be quite honest with you. So you have to know numbers. The bad numbers, I'll tell you what. I'll give you some numbers that are really bad. 8 to 5.
What's 8 to 5?
Working 8 to 5. Man. That's a bad number.
J-O-B.
Yeah, J-O-B. The other bad. You want to hear the number? 2 out of 7. Two out of 7. You only get to take 2 days off while you have to work 5 days. That's going to give you poverty as well. 2 7 is bad for you. You're working 8 to 5. You got to think faster. You got to think about investing in yourself and investing in equity.
So how does a person making 30, 40, 50 grand a year, working 40 hours a week, what should they be doing 5 to 9?
So what's happening is they're sacrificing at the beginning, and they have the discipline to save as much money as they possibly can. And then what's happening is it's short-term gratification,
yep,
and for long-term satisfaction versus no, it's short-term gratification, meaning you're spending your money now, and it's long-term pain. You got to do the opposite. You got to really save as much money and invest it. But people don't invest it; they invest it in things, in material things. Those aren't investments. You have to invest in things that appreciate, not depreciate.
But the mentality in our communities, right, guys? Mi vida loca, right? Smile now, cry later.
Right.
What are some of the things we can do to go against that? Because
what you got to do, let me just tell you, you got to do here. What my buddy's doing here, he's got a Rolex in one hand, and he's got the power of broke on the other hand. So even though he's rewarded himself for working his ass off, he's always thinking about, I need to not overspend. I need to make sure that I get that I'm spending money wisely. So that's okay to have some rewards. You have to reward yourself, but at the same time, look at his band. He's got the Power Broke. Here, let's show him your band here.
Yeah, Power Broke.
Power Broke. That's just there. Can you see that?
Let's go see. Power Broke. There it is.
That's true. He reminds himself every day that he's got to invest his money.
That's right. Oh, that's exactly it. That's exactly it. Marco. Gotcha. He's putting his cigar down for a minute. So, by the way, so super proud of these guys, right? You guys need to follow them. I'll make sure I put their Twitter handles, Instagram handles here. But go ahead. Yeah, you go, boy. So somebody out there has got a job. They're trying to put their finances together. What's some of the first things they need to do? Say, man, I want to get wealthy. I want to get ahead financially. We know that the discipline, assuming that the discipline is there, what do you think they should be doing?
It's simple as setting a budget. Sit at home. December, November, start thinking about your budget for next year. Think of yourself as a small business. Put a nice little spreadsheet. You could go online and pull a little budget for yourself and just stay disciplined to that budget. But that's so important because it gives you visibility into how much you're making, how much you're spending. At the end of the day, it's not how much you make, it's how much you consume.
So income and the level of income doesn't determine the level of wealth, right? I'm right now halfway through finishing my 6th book called 6 Figures and Still Struggling. Why? Because all my clients earn 6 figures and they're living paycheck to paycheck. That's not wealth, right? So we want to do, there's no amount of money that you can make. So you can do 30, 40,000 bucks a year and still be wealthier than somebody who's making $500,000 a year. So income does not equal wealth.
So for those of you right now wondering, should I cut the cable? Should I cut the Starbucks? Should I, based on that budget, should I start rethinking about how I spend things? What would you say to that?
Actually, I say no.
Yep.
I actually say you have to live a certain lifestyle, but what you want to do is focus on, I know I can't, but if I could, make more money to have a better lifestyle and at the same time save more money, what do I need to do? And that's investing in yourself, and that's listening to this guy as well. On my Facebook, my Facebook page, I put down, and not my personal one, my professional one, my author's page, every quote that I put in there, it comes from a conversation that I've had with a millionaire that day, and something that I've learned. So that's what I post on my Facebook page.
So don't cut the Starbucks. Don't cut the cable. Focus on increasing cash
increasing your personal wealth.
Right.
And that's your own personal value. How valuable are you to the marketplace? How valuable are you to the person you're working for until you can then create your own job?
So we see all these celebrities, these singers, entertainers. A lot of them are your clients. Obviously, we're not going to name anybody.
Right.
But how do you coach even somebody who's up there? Because sometimes people are just watching them on TV. Oh man, they've made it. Whatever the case may be. What did they do to get from being a local singer to being a celebrity?
Well, the celebrities are going to always have to have somebody who's going to be on their side, who's going to take their money and invest it properly. What they've done is they've invested in themselves. Wealth is not an event. When you see somebody on stage who's making $1 million a show or $300,000 a show, it wasn't that day. It took years to get them and investing in themselves and practicing and bringing in the right manager and bringing the right people in. That's what makes money. So wealth is a process. It's not an event. You have to spend the time and energy in developing that.
So even with the economy, so today we're experiencing the market going up today. I mean, there's an uptick in the economy, but earlier this week there's a downturn in the economy. So, by the way, somebody says 6 figures. It says, wow, sign of the times. Great advice given. I appreciate you guys' feedback on that. So, regardless of what's going on in the United States economy, how can people create their own personal economy?
Right. Well, 90% of most people will end up dying broke, right? Or not having enough money. So, the really wealthy people never even really care what the Dow Jones is doing. They're not paying attention to it. They're taking the money and saving it and building it so they can then have the opportunity to take advantage of opportunity. Like, for example, if we go into another recession and the market drops 20% and real estate drops 30%, you were not able to take advantage of that if you had nothing saved. If the real estate drops 40% like it did in 2009, and you took $300,000, you could have taken about 2 or 3 properties, and right now you would have turned that $300,000 to $1 million. But if you didn't have any savings, you didn't take advantage, so what good did it do you?
Yes, right.
You need to be able to take advantage of those type of opportunities.
Louis, where can people find you, man?
Go to luisbarajas.com or go to my Facebook page. I'm an old guy, I don't do a lot of Instagram, do that.
I'm forcing us on him. But he's such a giving person, though.
I'm an old guy, and then you can go to Amazon.com and take a look at my 5 books.
He's got 5 books on Amazon.com. Louis Barajas. And for those of you who are tuning in right now, appreciate you guys tuning in, your feedback. Listen, it's about who is in your corner, who's helping, who's advising, who's coaching along. I'm so glad to call this guy friend. I'm so glad to be a national judge. By the way, the competitors today are about to award them some big money tonight.
A check for $200,000, right?
We're giving a check for $200,000 tonight. What would you say was the common denominator amongst all of them that you would want them to make sure once they get that $200,000? How do they continue to grow their business in general?
Well, it's not even that. What we saw today was that, and the comments made by the other judges is that the people that were going to be successful, the winner tonight, is the one that's 100% committed in their business. They're not halfway doing something. They're giving everything to their business. And they've even mortgaged their own homes. They've taken out credit card debt just to build their business, and they're willing to put the time and effort. And it's not 9 to 5 anymore, right?
Nope.
There is no more 9 to 5.
All the time.
It's 24/7 until you make it, and then you can take time off. And then you want to build a business that can run itself, because if you have to be there every single day, you didn't create a business, you created a job. Nobody wants to create a job for themselves. That's misery for somebody.
That's it.
All right, everybody. Thank you.
That's it. Hey, if that's the case, man. If that's you and you need the right people in your corner, please connect, like, share, follow this video, share in your profiles, make sure people are getting the right information so they can create their own economy so we can rise above anything that might come our way. Regardless of what goes on in the White House, what goes around in our country's economy, you've created your economy in your house. That being said, thanks for tuning in. Stay posted to the next video here from the Money Smart Guy. Until we meet again, continue to live smart and be money smart today.